everybody. Austin Petersen here with my dad, Pete Petersen. How you doing, Dad?
Good, how are you?
All right, so we're going to be playing a little bit of Cowboys and Indians tonight. We're going to play in Red Dead Redemption 2 with my dad, John D. Petersen, and this is, I think, going to be a really good time today. So we're going to play Red Dead Redemption 2, and we want to check with the audience because we've got some new settings here. Can everybody hear us just fine? Dad, will you do a favor, count to 10 for me? Just count out loud.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, now the people in the chat who are watching right now will be able to tell you whether they can hear you or not.
Mm-hmm.
So keep an eye on that chat right there real quick, Dad, and let me have people tell us what do they say about whether or not we got good audio in that.
I will.
They will when they get in there. Okay. So we're playing Red Dead 2. This is a cowboy game. Now, my dad has never played a video game. My dad has never played a video game ever. The last time I think my dad ever really saw a video game around was like Nintendo. Like and he doesn't call it Nintendo, he call it Intendo. So this will be my dad's first experience with a video game, a big major video game, and boy is it a great one for him to experience. And we're gonna start the game from the very beginning so we can get the story and Dad can kind of see how it sets it up. And then we're going to go and play through some of my favorite missions. We're going to do train robberies. Mm-hmm. We're going to do bank heists.
Okay.
We're going to hunt. We're going to fish. Can they hear us okay? Has anybody said anything yet? Yeah. Okay, well, that's okay because it takes a little while for people to get in. So I'm going to share it on my Twitter page for peeps so we can get some more people in here real quick. Won't take but a second. Baby. All right. And we're going to tweet. And we are tweeted, and we're going to share it to Facebook, and we're shared it. Come hang. Done. Alright, cool. So people will start filing in. Let's go ahead and start the game, Dad. We're going to watch right up here. See up there at the bottom of the screen, it shows how many people are there? Does it say how many are down there?
Hello, Steffi.
Hey, Steffi.
I love you and miss you.
Look up there when you can wave at her. Hey, she's right up there. Ask Steffi, can she hear us? Steffi?
Can you hear us okay, Steph?
We're doing a little audio check. We want to see if you guys can hear us okay. Can you hear us all right?
All good.
All good.
Miss you, Steffi.
Great. All right. I got my whiskey. I got my pappy. We got our cowboy game. We're going to have a good time tonight. All right, Dad, here we go. Now, Dad, you love cowboy movies, don't you?
Oh, gosh, yes. I was raised on cowboy movies.
What were some of your favorite cowboy movies?
Oh, my gosh. Hopalong Cassidy, Gene Autry, all the Tom Mix. They were all great. That's what Republic... it was Republic movies, and that's what you'd watch on Saturdays.
You go and watch Cowboys and Indians.
Oh, yeah.
And that was back when Indians were called Indians, not Native Americans.
No, they were called Indians, and they always lost.
And they always lost. They always lost. They were always the bad guys.
Yes.
All right, well, in this one, actually, this is 2018, so the Indians in this one are the good guys. And you fight with the Indians. You go help the Indians on the Indian reservation. So we're starting up the game right now. Now I've gotten about 84% of the way through the game, so it's going to start me out where I am towards the end of the game, but I'm going to go back. We're going to play through some of the older missions. We're going to start from the very, very beginning. So just an FYI, if you don't have this game yet and you hate spoilers, don't watch tonight, even though you should watch tonight, because my dad and I are hanging out talking about Cowboys and Indians, talking about music, talking about, and there's an Army fort, Dad. The U.S. Army's in the game.
Oh, cool.
And so the U.S. Army fort, remember, this is 1899.
Oh, just a few years before I was born.
A few years before you were born, yeah. Just a few. But what year was Grandpa born? What year was...
I don't remember. I mean, probably... It had to be 1914. It was after the 1900s.
Oh, it was. So he had you pretty young. What are they saying?
How are you, Camellia?
Hi, Camellia.
Can you hear us okay? She says she's got something up with her sound.
You might have to refresh your browser. Can anybody else give us an audio check? If it's quiet or something, let me know, and I'll try and get the microphone a little closer, or we might have to speak up. All right, so we're going to go back.
From Romley Studios said hi. Outdoor Hoosier sounds good.
Outdoor Hoosier sounds good. Okay.
Outdoor Hoosier.
Who's
Great.
Outdoor Hoosier?
Camellia can hear us now.
Okay, good. All right, here we go. This is how the game starts. Ready? Get ready, guys. Have you ever seen that Quentin Tarantino movie, The Hateful Eight?
No.
Cowboy movie?
Uh-uh.
Oh, it's good, Dad.
Yeah.
It's this game gets a lot of inspiration from famous westerns. So some of these scenes that I'm going to play, you probably are going to recognize.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of this, like the way that this game was made, was they wanted to make it very realistic. So some of the stuff is kind of tedious that you have to do, but the other stuff, the gunfights, it is not tedious. Here we go.
Glad to see you too, kiddo.
By 1899, the age of outlaws and gunslingers was at an end.
Now they can see this too.
Yeah, they can see it too. America was becoming a land of laws. Too many damn laws. Even the West had mostly been tamed. 16 people watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey guys, say hi to everybody. Welcome guys, come on in. We're playing Red Dead. We're talking about Cowboys and Indians. Now, Dad and I, we grew up on a farm, so we got a lot of good cowboy stories we'll get to share with you guys tonight. So that said, the old gangs were getting hunted down and destroyed.
Hi, Monkey.
Monkey on front, he's cool.
Yeah.
What's up, Monkey?
Austin said you're cool, so you must be cool.
Yeah, Monkey's a cool guy. So yeah, we're gonna be hanging out tonight. As long as my dad can hang out, we'll play tonight and hang out with a group chat. Also, we've got a really special surprise. You're gonna want to stay till the end of the stream tonight, because if you see this over here, I've got a treasure chest. I'll lift it up. We're actually gonna be giving away a prize tonight in the show. You're gonna have to guess what's in the treasure chest. There's real treasure in the treasure chest, and you can win it tonight.
Abigail says he's dying, Dutch. We'll have to stop someplace.
Okay, Arthur's out open. I sent him over here.
If we don't stop soon, we'll all be dying. This weather, it's May. I'm just hoping the law got as lost as we did.
There! Arthur! Any luck?
I found a place where we can get some shelter.
That Davy Ranch, buddy. You know.
An old mining town. Bandit, it ain't far. Come on. Come on! Yeah!
Here we go. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight, guys. Just for those people who are just joining us now, a lot of times that what happens is you'll get more and more people watching the stream. So every once in a while, you want to welcome everybody. You know, say hi. Okay. So how many? Does it say how many people are watching over there at all? I can look on my phone. Because sometimes the one on the screen isn't.
102 maybe.
Here we go. Yes, about 16 is right.
Bring him in here!
Miss Gaskins, get that firewood quick. Miss Jones, bring in whatever blankets we have. Mr. Petersen, see what we've got in terms of food.
Can they say anything?
Davy's dead.
There was nothing more you could have done.
No, Monkey.
Monkey, this is my dad's first time ever with a big video game. Ever.
You were gonna get yourself warm. And I sent John and Mike scouting out ahead. Arthur and I.
So that's Dutch Vanderlyn on the left. He's the leader of the gang.
Find one of them.
And you play as Arthur on the right.
Just for a short bit. And I don't see what other choice we have. Listen. Listen to me, Ollie, for a moment. Now, we've had, well, a bad couple of days.
Had a bad heist that went wrong. So they're on the run up in the mountains.
Oh, I see.
Jenny, Sean, Matt, they may be okay. We don't know. But we lost some soldiers. Now, if I could throw myself
Steph says she's
in
needs
the
to
ground,
resubscribe.
in their stead,
Oh yeah, Steph, you got to resubscribe. Obviously, we want to get a lot of subscribers tonight while we're doing this. But this is also a fun way for me to just hang out with my dad, and we can all hang out together too. But yeah, subscribe, please, Steffi.
everybody,
That's how we get
we're
paid.
safe. Now, there ain't nobody following us through a storm like this one. By the time they get here,
Thanks, Steffi.
we're gonna be.
Appreciate it. Take a shot of whiskey for her.
We've been through worse than this before. Mr. Petersen, Miss Grimshaw, I need you to turn this place into a camp. We may be here for a few days. Now, all of you, get yourselves warm.
Warm, yeah.
Yeah, I would say.
Strong.
Oh boy.
Stay with me. We ain't done yet.
Are you doing shots tonight? No, not shots. But I will be sipping on whiskey a little bit because it's a Cowboy game.
We ain't
So we
done
got.
yet. So, everybody wants to head down the hill. Sure. Hey,
I wanted to make it authentic.
I ain't had time to ask.
what really went down back there on that boat? We missed you. That's what happened. Come on. Oh. Hey, you need horses? Oh, yeah. Hey, Mr. Smith, get yourself indoors. You need to rest that head.
The dad knows quite a bit about horses. At least he used to.
I used to train him.
Can you tell what kind of horse I'm riding right there on the left, Dad?
Appaloosa.
Appaloosa. Now there's about 50 or 60 different kinds of horses in the game. There's Arabians, saddlebreds, you know, Dutch warm blood.
We'll do our best to stick to the trail. This goddamn weather.
I'm sipping on Jameson. DJ Was.
I thought it was Jim B.
You don't remember? You don't have to type, Dad. You can just talk.
Bridge coming up.
I was
Take
wrong,
it
but I
easy.
thought it was Jim B.
No, it's Jameson. Yeah, remember, you don't have to type at all. You can watch the game and just talk. Every once in a while, just check the chat.
Davey, too. He's the last one, Arthur. No more. We need to get those people warm and fed. At least we don't need to worry about Pinkertons tailing us in this. A couple more days, we'll be on the other side. You need to help me pick the others back up. You're the
We're trying to go find some supplies to bring back to the camp.
strong right now. Wait, is there someone coming towards us? You up ahead. Who's there? Mike. Gentlemen, found anything?
I think so. Found a little homestead down that way.
Okay. Anyone home?
Sure. Place is place. Light and noise. Sounded like a party.
Let's go see.
Follow me. How's Davey doing?
What did he say? Huh?
So it's trying to follow me,
Yeah.
Too bad. Davey was a real fighter. Both of them calendar boys is. Or
Look at the snow.
was.
Check that out.
And Matt, Sean.
I'm controlling that.
Quiet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not, this is, it looks like a movie. But it's not, because look. Look at that. I'm controlling that. The camera around.
Have you seen John, Micah? He hasn't seen him.
You'll be fine. Things always turn
So this game is dead. One of the parts of the game is based on the old West in the United States, but there's a Confederate gold conspiracy in this. So we go to a Civil War battlefield.
You know how much we love Civil War.
Oh yeah, so in this a little bit later in the evening, we're gonna go to the Civil War battlefield, Dad, and we're gonna kill because the old Confederates, the KKK, and all those guys are still hanging around. So we gotta go take the Confederate gold. That was the plot of Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. We haven't gotten any snow yet, guys. I'm seeing the chat over here too on my phone. So, Dad, we grew up on a farm. We grew up on a farm called Stonegate. What year did you buy Stonegate?
1969.
You bought your farm in 1969?
Yeah, I'll tell you a funny story about.
I'll turn this down. Go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you a funny story about finding the place.
Okay. Let's head down there.
I can tell it later.
No, go ahead. This is the whole point. Tell the story.
Well, when I'd always wanted to live on a farm, and I found this, a real estate guy took me around, showed me around that area, and I took him back to his office, and I said, boy, this is the prettiest country I've ever seen. So I got in my car and rode down and saw this house. It looked like something out of a Dracula movie. And
A Dracula movie.
Yeah.
Maybe talk slow and loud.
And had a fence with all the no peddlers and keep out, no solicitors, so I was afraid to go up there. And I went to the neighbors across the street and found out who he was, got his phone number, and called him, and ended up negotiating with him. He had embezzled money from the First National Bank, where he worked in Kansas City, and he owed $23,000, and so you can't buy mortgage property. So I sold my car and my motorcycle, and my dad loaned me $10,000 to buy the farm. And I remember I told Donna about it, and I remember she was driving down, told her where it was, and she was driving down the road to look at it, and she said she looked over at it and looked at her mom and said, Mom, this can't be it. So they just kept on driving. Well, it was it, and so it was kind of a mess, but I worked on it for about 20 years to bring it up to what it was today.
Stonegate Farm was an old dilapidated mess. There's a lot of houses in this game just like that, just a shack. There was even honey. There were bees. There's a
Oh
bees
yeah,
nest,
they
right?
always tell that story. Yeah, I always say there's about 100, 200 pounds of honey in the walls, and I had to take some of the front of the house off, and I got my shovel in there and started digging all that honey out of there. So a lot of stories, I'll tell you.
All right, so we're about to have our first encounter here, Dad. So we're getting in position. We don't want to scare these people because we don't know who they are, but we need supplies. So he told us to hide. Now watch this. He's going to ask for help.
No, Camellia, I did not.
Did we save the honey? No. 200 pounds of honey?
There were a lot
I'm not
of it,
going to
but-
save 200 pounds of honey.
It was kind of dirty, bringing it out with a shovel, so it's
Yeah.
kind of contaminated.
Yeah, for sure.
Some trouble up the way.
Uh-oh.
Lost in the storm. Ah, gentlemen.
We can't help you, mister.
I got folks. Arthur. Dying on the trail.
Arthur, we got a problem. There's a corpse right here.
It's a corpse.
There's a body in the wagon.
I hear you. Just keep your eyes on Dutch.
I think you should go now, buddy.
Now, friend, I ain't asking for much. Please. I am
Ready?
kind of desperate.
We got ourselves a shootout, boys. Damn it. Run. Hide. Damn it. running. Let's get him. Got him.
Didn't seem to be going too well.
Goddamn, I'll drink some
Things
more.
seem to be going well.
I don't know. Maybe same reason as us. Micah, go bring the horses closer to the house. Arthur, let's go search the cabin.
That's how it was in 1899, baby.
Sounds like a party in here. Turn the place upside down. Grab as many supplies as you can. We need the essentials. Food, medicine.
So because the game is pretty realistic, you know, you gotta eat, you gotta collect supplies, like canned goods, canned strawberries, oat cakes, and go through horses.
But you gotta kill everybody to get it.
Yeah, you gotta kill and steal and rob, baby. Let's see what we got upstairs. More oat cakes. Oh, some revolver cartridges.
I don't believe it. It's a strange one, all right. Maybe they're hiding up here, too. There's a big price on Colm O'Driscoll's head. Nearly as big as the one on yours. Wanting Colm dead. It's about the only thing me and Uncle Sam agree on.
So yeah, so since this is just the first mission, the whole idea is just kind of get an idea for how it feels. So let's see if we can go ahead and take us to something that's a little bit more epic. All right, progress, story. Let's see what we got. Let's do polite society. Alright, tell you what, let's just start things off a little silly. And let's go to the tavern. Arthur takes, so we get home. Oh, I can't do that until I quit this one. Gotta just get myself killed. Round. Look at the old photographs.
Looks like the poor bastard was married, too. At some point. If we can't eat it or drink it, put it down.
A lot of blood there.
Place is dry, warm. We could maybe move the women and Jack down here. Maybe. We'll see how they are when we get back. I don't know.
Love the 19th century, and until this, there was no game that came so close to recreating the 19th century, even if it's 1899. That's what Monkey on Front just said, right? Steffi, that's a really good question. If there's any other good games, you know, I have always wanted there to be a good Civil War game, but it's so hard to make a good Civil War game because, first of all, how much fun are you gonna have playing a game where you gotta like sit there and take one of those? Remember those old rifles they had, Dad?
Oh yeah.
The old mini balls that we when we go to Civil War battlefields.
Oh yeah.
And you pretty much had to like tamp it down, you know, take you a minute to reload it.
Yeah, that's when Colt started building revolvers for the Union.
Building
And
revolvers.
And that was one of the reasons the Union won the war.
That and repeaters.
Right.
Because they just started getting to where they had repeaters. Well, they got repeaters in this game too. And in 1899, they would have had bolt actions too. So they would have just started. They manufactured bolt actions right around in the 1880s. All right. Now I need to know what to do here. Sometimes it can be a little unclear. Gotta kind of look around a little bit. Some canned fruit. Alright, we'll do that. Oh, I gotta eat. Hungry. Take some salted beef.
I'm going to start packing the horses. You
Okay.
keep looking.
Alright, keep looking.
Grab anything you think we can use, then meet me out here. Micah, Arthur, keep looking for stuff. Arthur, go see if there's anything in that barn. Micah,
Check the barn.
search the cabin. See what we missed. Sure.
Now we've had a couple barns we've had 2 barns at the farm. But what happened in the first barn, Dad?
The lightning hit it.
You want to tell a story about what happened in the first barn?
Well, that was.
This is a great story, guys. Listen to this.
I was in bed actually. Donna was getting her makeup on, getting ready to go to work, and all of a sudden lightning hit. And I said that was close. So a few minutes later, I could see a red glare in the window. I ran out there, and the barn was on fire. We had all of our horses in that barn, so I ran out there with no shoes and my shorts. Ran out there and all of a sudden tried to get those horses out. The horses won't come out. They're so scared they want to stay in those stalls. And the hay, I just had got the hay in and the straw in, and it all started dropping off from the loft. I said, I better get out of here. Donna was pregnant with Justin. She was crying like crazy up on the deal.
My mom was pregnant and our barn is burning down.
Yeah, so they always
One of the more traumatic things that happened in the Petersen family, for sure.
right.
All right. So let's head into the barn, Dad. Shut up, cousin.
What's going on? This guy just jumped me. Oh, didn't he now? Sneaky little bastard. Should I kill him? No. Not yet. Find out what they're doing here and where Colm is. Oh, this son of a bitch will talk.
All right, let's grab him. Should we question him or beat him, Dad?
No, just question it.
Just question him, okay. Dad's gonna be the honor. Dad's a good boy.
With the others at an old mining camp southwest of here, near the lake.
I'm gonna beat him.
What are you bastards doing? Why are you up here?
We're fixing to rob some train. Gonna blow the tracks. I don't know more than that, I swear.
Well, I would say it looks like you have this, Arthur. Do what you want with him. I don't care.
All right, Dad, we gotta make a moral decision.
When you're done.
Remember, we're out stuck in the woods here. This guy gets free and stuff. He can come get his buddies. Are we gonna choke him to death or are we gonna spare him?
We should spare him. He beat him in the house.
All right.
Get the hell out of here.
Well, now you know what kind of dad, man my dad is. When Dad has to make a moral choice, that's what he does. All right, let's get our gun. Get our gun back up. Get our hat back on. Look at that beautiful horse there, Dad. Maybe I ought to go get it.
Yeah, that almost looks like a saddle horse there.
Look at her. She's kind of skittish right there, you see?
Oh yeah.
We gotta calm her down.
Easy. You're okay. Take it easy.
That.
Yeah, okay, boy.
All right. Now let's take her. Let's lead her. Oh, it's a boy. He said boy. So.
He said boy, but
Yeah, it's a boy horse.
How do you know the boy that quick? He can look.
Well, yeah, exactly. But it's that realistic. So if we actually got behind the horse, you could see. And in the cold, the balls shrink. That's how realistic the game is, Dad.
Yeah,
The- It's true. I'm serious. If you see it, hold on. I can't get back there.
Looks like a decent
Can't
horse.
see it. No, they're shrunk up under the tail.
Okay.
Horse balls, ladies and gentlemen. It's a little PG-13 tonight, FYI.
Micah, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Whoa, the guy found in the cellar. Wild big
Leave her alone.
I wasn't doing that. She's one of them auditions.
No, she ain't, Micah. Look at her. Miss. Are you...
Oh, you fool! Micah!
Miss. Now, it is going to be okay. We mean you no harm. Miss. Come on. It'll be okay. We need to get out of here and quick. Come on.
Clothes on.
Exactly.
You okay, miss?
They came 3 days ago. And my husband, they...
Miss, you are safe now. And you can't stay here. You come with us. Arthur.
So, Dad, you've seen that. You've been there. You've been there. You saw the barn burn down, man.
I've seen 2 of them. Yeah.
2 barns burned down.
Yeah.
It's okay.
At the end, when it was too late, did the fire department even bother to show up?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was on TV.
Figure out what
Really?
you want to do.
Yeah. The one where
What's your name, miss?
when your mom was pregnant, that was on
Miss.
Channel 9 TV.
Adler.
It was hit by lightning.
Yeah.
Mrs.
Once it had reached a certain point, you got out of the barn. I mean, did you guys just stand there and watch it?
That's all you could do. You had to listen to the horses. You know,
Listen to the horses die.
dying. You know, they were winning and making a lot of noise.
Jeez. How many horses died in the barn?
Hey,
4, I think.
somebody...
4 horses.
Looks like it's Dutch. Hey, everybody, Dutch is back. How'd you get on?
All right. So that's the intro. So just so you know, the guys who are watching, for everybody who's watching right now, FYI, if you stick around to the end of the stream, you got a chance to win some real treasure. In this treasure chest right here is valuables. Very, like, basic cowboy valuables in this stuff. So, you know, anything you could think of. And so we're going to play a game later on in the show tonight, later on the stream. So if you guys want to win something that's in this box, you're going to have to guess what the treasure is in the treasure chest. Right? We're going to do that in about an hour. So just sink in and get comfortable, because we're going to play a little bit of Red Dead tonight. All right, now let's do what?
Steffi, you're right about that. A lot of it is because of the combustion on the hay. A lot of farmers put the hay up when it's not dry enough, and it combusts and starts to fire in the barn, and that's why you have a lot of barn fires.
That's scary too. I mean, just thinking about why I can't imagine. You know, it was before I was born, but I just can't imagine you being there. You with mom and mom. How many months pregnant was she?
Oh, she's out there pretty good. You got to figure it was fall, because I know it was in the fall, and Justin was born in February, so she's probably 6, 7 months along, 8 months along.
Wow, so she had a pretty big belly.
Oh yeah, she did.
Man, it's amazing that she didn't go into induced labor from the stress of that.
Yeah, that's what everybody thought. You know, it might have affected her. She loved her horses, you know, and
Mom loved horses.
And one horse I'd been training for about a year, and I was just getting ready to take her to the horse show. So I was really upset about that.
What was Mom's favorite kind of horses?
Well, saddlebreds.
Saddlebreds.
Yeah, I'll tell you a story about her first horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was Mom's first horse?
Well, I wanted to buy. Mother loved horses. She just loved horses. So I said, I'm going to buy Mom a horse for an engagement present.
Oh, that's nice.
So I looked in the paper, and I'd look in the paper, and I saw one for $400. I saw one for $400 over in Independence, and that was back in '69, I guess. And I said, oh my gosh, I got to go look and see what a $400 horse looked like.
$400.
Back there was a lot of money back
You've got
then.
no
So
time for me.
I went in the barn and looked at this horse, and oh my gosh, that horse was gorgeous. I said, oh, that horse is beautiful. I ended up buying that horse for Mom.
Don't want to get shot, that's all.
Yeah, you're a real
Got it
fucking
for an
funny
engagement
shit,
present.
Alec
Well,
Morgan, huh?
later on, I had to have
Real
a place to
fucking
keep the
funny.
horse, so I
Calm
ended up,
down.
You
I
better
better
sleep
buy a
with your
farm
eyes
so I
open.
can keep the horse. That's kind of
Wait a
another.
minute. So you bought the farm so you could have the horse?
Yeah, so that was another reason.
So that's how Stonegate Farm Nursery got to be, guys.
Yeah.
Dad bought Mom a horse for an engagement present. What kind of horse was it?
Oh, it's saddlebred.
Saddlebred horse. What did it look like?
Oh, it's
And then he
just
come
a
on the
big
raid with you.
brown or beautiful thing,
Don't
Fanny.
be playing
Her name was
coy with
Fanny.
me,
Fanny
son.
was
It's
her
unbecoming.
first horse.
That bloody
Yeah.
train you and him has set up. What you doing out here? You're going to need guns.
And then how many when we had horses back
So
when we were
Marston
kids,
told
Dad?
you?
What
Ain't
was
a big
how
shot.
many? What was the most amount of horses we ever
I'll
had?
take you. I might
Well,
as
we
well
had a
bring
trainer,
mine.
remember?
Compare
out in
me
the
to
barn,
that
so,
oily
yeah,
toad
a couple
again.
of them might have been
You're
hit.
a dead
We
man.
probably had about
Fair
8.
enough.
Eight.
What are you
Eight or
doing
so.
here,
Eight
kid?
horses.
I'm coming, John.
And then
On
were
the
they
job.
all saddlebreds?
Oh, yes.
Now we used to go to the American
Well,
Royal and
practice
show
as
them
I
off.
am.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
we used to go to the
Boys,
Missouri
come on, let's
State
go.
Fair.
Oh, absolutely. Your
Yeah,
mother
the big
went to the fair
cheeses.
every year and
Love
showed
it.
her horse.
Can't
I
wait
got
to
pictures
slit
of her
some
showing down at the
bastard's
American
throat.
Royal.
Mom was Donna Joe. That was her name, Donna Joe Petersen.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
And she'd go down to the American Royal, and she used to dress up. She used to have a big top hat, right?
Well, you know, like the English.
But she rode the horses. She didn't ride in a carriage, right?
No, she rode the horse, but she had it like an English hat, you know.
The English hat, like kind of a tuxedo.
Yeah, on a tuxedo. Yeah.
Okay.
All the horses untethered?
All right. So here's what we're gonna do here in this segment.
on behind us.
We got ourselves an oil tanker here.
Spot.
And we're gonna take this oil tanker and we're gonna park this on train
Follow the trail
tracks
southwest. There's a spot that's
on the wagon.
remote, but should still give him enough time to
Now,
spot the oil.
we still got our wagons out of the farm. We still like to do hay rides, don't we?
They'll stop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in October because we got the down in the walnut fields,
Team guard. Stay
the walnut grove.
Yeah, the walnut grove where the kids. I used to make him and her brother pick up walnuts. We'd take him down the road to a guy and he'd pull them and they'd give him money. So
Yeah, we used to collect walnuts, Justin and I. We were little boys.
yeah.
We go collect walnuts and we go sell them to a farmer down the road. I love that.
Yeah.
I remember being a little kid thinking to myself, wait a minute, you mean we can just go pick up those little green things we used to throw at each other? We can just go pick those things up, put them in a bag, and go make money off of them? Yeah, pretty much.
I think about that every day as I'm walking back and getting the chicken because man, there's a lot of walnuts this year.
A lot of walnuts.
So I'm walking over walnuts coming back to the house every night.
It's always those walnuts. I wish I could remember how much we used to, how much that farmer used to buy the walnuts for. But it was a lot.
I remember his name was Boone Ingalls.
Boone Ingalls.
Boone Ingalls.
Boone Ingalls used to buy the Petersen family walnuts.
Yeah, he used to have a huller, and you'd put them in there and you'd hull them, and they wouldn't pay you for the whole walnut. They hulled them, and then after they hulled them out, then they'd pay you for the weight of the regular walnut.
Oh yeah, exactly. But nuts are expensive. I mean, you go to the grocery store and buy walnuts now, and it's that's they make a pretty decent amount of money. But it probably costs a lot to process.
Yeah, they used to those walnut hulls. They used to use them to shine stuff with. It would be like they were
Oh
rough.
yeah.
And it,
What do they use?
I forgot what it's called, but if you put them in a machine.
Like a rocks and
Yeah.
like a polisher.
Yeah, like a polisher. Yeah, that's what
We
we
used to
use.
use walnut shells.
Right.
Polish, kind of like diamonds, industrial diamonds and drills and stuff.
Remember, these are innocent folks.
All right, so here we
Handle
go.
this right. Nobody needs to die here.
Oops, sorry about that.
Sorry about that,
What happened?
Vander. He said he's at a Thanksgiving party, but he don't have headphones.
Oh, so he can't hear us.
Mr. Marston, Mr. Smith, Mr. McGuire. Get over there. When
right.
she slows,
Train heist.
order.
And you?
I'm gonna make sure she slows.
Let's do or die with you. I like it.
Get moving.
Used to be a lot of history around that area. There's a guy named Johnson, and he used to sell raised mules, and he'd sell them to the army in World War I because they used a lot of mules back then. So
Mules.
Yeah.
Oh, he had to pull artillery and stuff. Like that.
right. So, raised a lot of mules around there.
That's right, Steffi.
Ross said he can't hear me over the deal.
Okay, so I'll try and manage the audio. Right now, we're just gonna play this segment right now, guys. And we'll talk again here in a minute. We're gonna rob the train, Dad.
Okay.
What's going on here?
Yeah, Steffi, he's going to do that.
What did she say? I even turned it. Yeah, I just turned it down a little bit.
Finish up here. Join us on board.
Go on, get on there.
I turned it off completely. Hold on.
Faster.
I can still see
All
us.
yours, Captain. We'll go on ahead.
And ooh, I turned the TV off on accident, guys. Austin's had a little too much with you, I guess. Here we go. All right, let's get on the train. Pretty nasty, huh?
That was a sucker punch if I ever saw one.
Well, we're a bad gang, man.
There you go. Let's make this quick.
gotta give me your damn money when I say so, son. I just wanted to make an example of that guy, so nobody else resists.
In the bag, everything you got. Keep it coming, don't be shy.
No. Why people like you so sick?
These two seem to think we're playing games.
Why do this?
Look at those chops.
Uh-huh.
Give me the money.
Sick as better than dead, lady. And I'm losing my goddamn patience. Let's just do what he says so this can be over. Gentlemen, this is a robbery. Let's make this quick.
Make this quick, baby.
No, you go ahead and look for the baggage car. You show this son of a bitch we ain't coming around here.
They don't-
God, that was no fair.
If they don't give me the money, Dad, then I gotta beat them.
But they're old.
They're old.
Till this bag's full. You won't get a damn cent from me. Let me hand you over to my friend then.
Why do this?
If they say no, yeah, see, there you go. Just give me the money and nobody gets hurt.
Please, don't do it. Don't do this.
Come on, cup it up, people. Don't be shy. Everything you got. Let's go.
See, $1.40, whole $1.46 from that guy.
I can handle this from here. You should check on Sean. Okay.
All right, headed back.
None of you folks. What is it? You all right?
Fill the baggage car.
For Christ's sake, you ain't even taking a look yet?
Probably something in here, Arthur.
Bad man. Look at that, it's a chest. Get it. Remember, guys, we got a treasure chest here tonight, too. So here in about 20 minutes, we're going to start playing a game in the chat. You guys are going to have to guess what's in the treasure chest. Person who guesses it right. Damn it.
This time I'll look and you provide the cover.
Yeah, I did, Vader. Can't believe it.
That gives you
Well, yeah, he said he nuked the country
Yeah.
if we don't turn over our guns.
His presidential aspirations just ended. with that.
Absolutely. All right, the law arrived. All right, let's try a different mission.
Yeah, I never did like that guy, Camellia.
Where is he from?
California, maybe? I can't.
California? Probably. Had to be, right?
Or New York, one of the two.
Well, just ask the chat. Hey, guys, somebody tell us what state Salwell's from or whatever his name is. What's his nuts? What an idiot. Can you imagine being
That's stupid.
but that stupid?
He is stupid.
Just
see.
the balls.
I don't know why they have him on there, though, for. Because he's dumb as heck, it seems like. California. You're right, California. Muggy.
California, of course.
Yeah, you're right.
Aren't all the nukes out here, though? The nukes are out here in the Midwest, right? All right, now we need to step this up a little bit. Tell you what we need to do. We need to go to the south, Dad. It's time to go to the plantation. So at this point in the game, we're gonna play this. It's called Blood Feuds, Ancient and Modern. We're in the American South, and the state is called Lemoyne, but it's really Louisiana. And they have a city in here. It's called Saint Denis, but it's really New Orleans.
Right.
So here in just a minute, we're gonna go and we're gonna take the plantation because they stole that little boy that was there with us in the beginning of the game. He was kidnapped by these old Confederates. So it's 30 years after the Civil War, but these people are still harboring a hatred for the federal government. So we're having a little bit of
Have you
a
seen
battle.
the boy? Jack? No.
They just
Where's my goddamn son? Where is he? Where's my son? They took him, didn't they? They took my son.
Who took him?
We think the Braithwaite woman took him.
Oh.
Kieran saw a couple of fellows sound like Braithwaite boys.
Where's my son? If anything, where is my son, Dutch Vanderlyn?
We will find him, we will bring him back to you, and we will kill any fool that had the temerity to touch one hair on that boy's head. Abigail, you have my word.
Just get me back, my son.
I will get that boy back, so help me God.
All right, we're headed to the Southern Plantation, Dad.
You need some extra guns? Yeah, why not? Micah, Kieran, anyone strange turns up, you kill him. Rest of you, let's ride.
Time to ride.
Okay, let's go get that boy back. There, boy.
Johnny Reb should have stayed dead and gone. Shouldn't have messed with the Dutch Vanderlyn gang.
Yeah, we just got shot to hell by the Grays in town. I know, I heard about Sean too. I don't want to even think about that right now. We have to focus on Jack. I swear, I'll kill everyone there. Easy, John. Try to stay calm. I'm fine.
How the hell did they get to him?
I don't know, but we are getting him back, and they will.
One of my favorite memories, favorite things to do with my dad, but my favorite memories is when we used to go to the Civil War battlefields, Dad.
Oh, my dad. All
Yeah,
three of them.
Grandpa Hands. When we go to Gettysburg,
Hidden somewhere no one knows.
and we go to Vicksburg and
I've
Antietam,
turned every stone.
Sharpsburg, Spotsylvania.
Yeah.
Another perfect scale.
And I like to joke with my dad because we went a few times. We went just you and me
Yeah.
a couple times. We went with the cousins. We went just you, me, and Grandpa once. But I remember being a very little boy and going to the Civil War battlefields with family. And when I was a little kid, I pretended I was a Union boy. I was Billy Yank. Right? And then when I got a little older, I got a little rebellious. I'm like, I'm a Confederate, F the federal government, I'm Johnny Reb. And then when I got older than that, I was like, to hell with both sides. Screw them both. All right, it's time to get the boy back. Headed to the plantation.
Think about it. When I was a kid, there were still Civil War soldiers that were still alive.
Yeah, when you were a kid, there were still Civil War soldiers who were alive. And when we were little kids, we live on a plantation house. It was a plantation.
Oh, yeah.
It was a tobacco plantation.
Oh, yeah, it was a tobacco plantation. Yeah.
Bit late for that, ain't it?
But we didn't have slave houses because our house was built after the war.
We had one, it was called a slave house because that's where the freed slaves that
Freedmen.
the person that brought them up from Kentucky, where they lived. So we always had a slave house there in the back. But they weren't slaves anymore. They worked for them, naturally, just like all the rest of the slaves did after they were free. They still stayed with their masters and worked for them.
Yep, but the blacks who lived on Stonegate Farm, they stayed in they called it the slave house.
They called it a slave house, but it was, because...
And when I was a little boy, those were still there. We had a slave house.
Yeah, we had
and we had an outhouse.
log cabin.
We had log cabins. It was all still there. I remember being a little boy and going into those old houses. But this house right here is the old plantation house. This is what my mom wanted to make Stonegate Farm into. Something like Tara from...
Yeah, she loved Tara.
She loved Tara. She loved Gone with the Wind.
What the hell do you want? Easy, John.
We've come for the boy. You must have known we would.
Shouldn't have messed with our business now, should you?
Whatever complaint you have with us, alleged or otherwise, that is a young boy. That is not the way you do things. Hand him over.
Madden wants to know
Get
if it
the
takes place in
hell
Missouri.
off our land.
Does this game take place in Missouri? No. Right now, we're in a fictional sort of Louisiana. Right now. And now this family has ties to the old Confederacy, and they stole one of our boys. We think they've got Confederate gold hidden in the house, and they've got one of our kids. And there's a firefight. It's time to go. Go time. Gotta hide. Not doing so good here. Come on now, Austin. shot to hell. And that's how easy you could die in the Old West. Let's retry that. It's a game. We get to try again. Austin needs to work on his 6-gun skills here. This Lord Vader says, I love this mission. This is the best mission in the game, in my impression. Behind this. Wow. You see, Austin, I'm just getting too aggressive. You know what it is my dad's watching me, so I'm like, I'm screwing up. Yeah. Here we go, let's try again. This time we're going to get him. We're going to take the plantation house. Kill every damn one of those Johnny Rebs. Got a cowboy gun.
Going well.
Things are going good. Petit trying on. Yeah. All right, they're getting a little close. I'm going to pull out time for the double barrel shotgun. All right, we're headed into the plantation house. See if there's any Confederate gold. Oh, little boy. What's up, Petit? What is it? Petit trying on? Is this first time here? Welcome. I'm here with my dad, John D. Petersen. Welcome, everyone. Looks like we've got about 17 people watching right now. Thanks so much for joining me on my Twitch live stream tonight at AP for Liberty. Don't forget, if you have Amazon, you can subscribe to my channel for free. Using your Twitch Prime account. So otherwise, all of the bits that you donate tonight while we watch the game, we get more bits now during the holiday season, meaning that like everything that you subscribe and donate tonight, most of it goes to me rather than half of it to Twitch. Need to be searching downstairs, he says. All right, heading down. Camellia!
You should go help John look
That's
downstairs.
house.
I'll enjoy it.
Now, the woman who owns this plantation, she's here with her sons. She's holed up upstairs. Head up there.
Arthur, we need you up here now. Are you in there? Open the goddamn door.
Subscribe if you don't know.
Monkey doesn't know how. That's okay. We can't. I mean, we can't help him. Somebody else can walk him through it. We don't. We can't help him right now. We appreciate you though, Monkey. Oh God, we got more coming.
You'll be sorry.
No more joy!
Dad, you want some water or anything?
No,
You
I'm
good?
fine.
All right. Don't hesitate to ask. I got some dynamite here, I think. Power here. No, I ain't got nothing. probably need a rifle. We're pretty far out there. What's that? 200 for Papa Petersen. Thank you. She just donated $2. Thank you, Camellia. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Come on, this must be it.
All right, we gotta get in here. We think the boy's in there.
Can't see a goddamn thing. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
You want me to kill you too, old woman?
Bastards.
Where's the boy?
We have lived in this house for 120 years. We never had no problems except for
Where
Yankees.
is the boy? Who took him?
You killed my son.
Oh, and I will surely kill the rest of them unless you start talking.
Just a light mist.
Common stuff.
Thanks, Blues Man. This game is very well made. Appreciate you, Blues Man. Thanks so much, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you can tonight.
All right, we get her out.
He's in here with my dad, Papa Petersen. Oh, and if you guys just joined us, Dutch just murdered her son right there. We have a treasure chest in about, let's see what time it is. Yeah, in about 5 more minutes, we're going to start playing the guessing game. You guys have to guess what's in the treasure chest. Ask questions, right? It's just kind of like 20 questions, and you can win something out of the treasure chest. And there's real treasure in there tonight. It's about 5 more minutes. We're going to start playing the guessing game, and you guys can start guessing.
You got that one, Arthur?
Guess that's the end of the goddamn cribbage game.
Is that Gary Johnson's gun you gave me threw away? Right up there it is. If you can see that, I don't know if you can, but the gun that Gary Johnson gave me, that I gave him, that he threw away, is sitting right up there. Got all my guns right there.
Never liked you.
Why'd you take the boy, Mrs. Braithwaite?
You stole
Boys are off limits.
You stole my horses. Ain't no rules in war, mister.
Matthews,
Yes, that's it.
where's the boy?
My sons gave him to Angelo Bronte. So my guess is Saint Denis. Either there or on my boat to Italy.
Let's go.
Arthur, come on. What we doing with her? Leave her.
I told you she was crazy.
Scary, man. Some bad dudes. And that is my favorite mission in the whole game right there. The old plantation. There's also this one part of the game where you gotta go burn down their tobacco fields. You take moonshine.
Oh, yeah.
You go out in their tobacco fields and you gotta light it up with Molotov cocktails and all that kind of stuff. Oh, Petit's leaving. Hey, good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope to see you again. Welcome, Blazing Herbal. All right. So now we got to take things up a notch. See what our next mission is and we want to join. So while I'm choosing this, we should probably talk about. Let's see. I'll pick my mission. Talk about something related to what we're going to play. Run out of Valentine. Civilization. Alright, so now we're going to go to New Orleans. Revenge. Okay. Banking the old American art. Alright, we need to find. There's a swamp. Urban pleasures, country. Oh, here we go. Alright, so before we can rob the bank, we've got to kill the guy who's got the boy. So we've got to get a skiff. We've got to find ourselves a boat so we can get into the city. And that's what this mission is. We're trying to get into New Orleans here in Louisiana. And so we'll check out the city, but before we can get to the city, we got to go through the swamp. And there's an alligator out in the swamp. So just keep an eye out. All right, so while we're waiting for this to load, guys, we'll go ahead and start the game. And it's basically just like 20 questions. It's real simple. My dad is going to watch the stream chat for you guys. And tonight, you guys have to play 20 questions, ask questions. Dad, you're just, when they ask a question, you just read the question to me out loud that they ask. And I'll answer the question, yes or no. That's all I can do. Just yes or no. Yes or no answers is all I can accept. So, go ahead and start asking questions in the chat. So we've got 18 people here. Everybody, stick around, because the first person who guesses what's in the treasure chest gets a prize from the treasure chest.
Is it an AR-15?
No.
In his cesspit of a town, we're doomed.
So when they ask questions, just read it out loud to me.
Leave this country. We need that money.
Feel good Dutch.
This is it.
It's not an AR-15. There's an AR-15 right back here.
Before the year is out, we are going to be.
Is it a copy of the Constitution?
No. That's a good question.
That was a good question.
Yeah.
Is it gold?
There is gold in the treasure chest, but it's not. That's not what I'm trying to get you to guess.
Okay.
There's lots of different items in the treasure chest. So yes, there is gold.
Is it the original Declaration of Independence?
No, it's not.
Is it paper?
Angelo Bronte.
No, it's not paper.
Us and our future.
You'll
There
damn
is
us
paper
all.
in there, but that's probably just the cash.
You better be right about this one.
The gold standard.
No.
I've heard that before, and usually I've been right. If you say so. Quit doubting, Arthur. It does no favor.
Is it an old Civil War item?
We need to go see a man.
All right, no. That's a good. That's
Another good
That's
question.
another good guess.
We're headed
Does
to
it
a
have the
settlement
AP
called
logo
Ross.
on it?
I met a boatman
No.
there called Thomas who knows these waters like the back of his hand. Why do we need a boat? So we can attack Bronte's mansion from the swamp. Catch him off guard. He knows we survived the trolley station, so he'll be expecting some kind
Is
of
it
a prize.
historical?
All right. Okay. See?
Yes, I would say it is. It's yeah.
Rational thought, Arthur.
That might throw him off the scent a little too much, though.
Does it weigh more than 5 pounds?
No.
No.
Okay, follow me.
Is it something from the 19th century?
No.
Uh-oh,
No. It itself is not. What it represents has been around for
For taking my
No.
side back there.
thousands of years, I guess, right? I mean, as long as humans have been
Feels
around this
like
planet.
Hosea's lost his spine.
Is it a remake?
No, kind of. No.
What happened at the trolley station?
Remember, you're trying to guess something that's in that little chest. You got to guess what it is by asking questions, and I say yes or no.
And Bronte has the police
Is it edible? No. Definitely not.
He also set us up. And lest we forget, took young Jack.
I understand. We just got a lot of pots on the boil, given all the folks who's out gunning for us.
You all seem to have forgotten how money is made and what it takes to support 20 people.
Does it have to do with the game?
What it takes to give 20 people a
No. No.
With all
This is
due
hard,
respect,
man.
I know, it's hard, it is hard.
Is it wood?
plan really didn't work out.
No, it's not wood.
It's not wood.
Is it? Have some goddamn faith. I am bending over backwards to make a future for us.
I know, but
But,
Is it metal?
when did you
No.
become so small-minded?
Not.
If you'd rather we break up the family, go our separate ways, just tell me.
of course not.
This isn't a prison camp.
Is it gold?
I am not.
No, there is gold in the box,
So either way,
but the item itself, the treasure, is not gold.
or we're not.
I mean, there's loot in that treasure chest.
Isn't a reality.
And part of that loot, somebody's going to win it tonight.
Is it a weapon? Is it a weapon?
It's not a weapon. Although it has aspects to it that are... Huh?
Liquid.
Yo, Trish,
No, it's not liquid.
Is it glass?
No.
We need to move, and soon. Haven't I made that clear? Anyway,
Cash.
we are.
There is cash in the box. And the secret is that you can win some of that cash if you guess it. We're going to have a cash prize tonight, folks.
Fancy knife.
It's not a fancy knife.
Thomas, it is good to see you, my friend.
hello, Mr. Dutch.
Thomas, have you met Arthur? Arthur, Thomas is quite the boatman. He's going to help us get close to our prey. The other night we had quite the adventure fishing for catfish. Now, my friend,
Is it made of plastic?
Yes.
Yes.
can I call in that favor?
What do you need?
Is it a $2 bill? No.
A collectible coin.
Exactly.
There is a collectible coin in the box, but that's not the treasure. That's not the item in question.
Is it a $2 bill? That was one of the things I would have thought been cool, man.
Nah, I wish I had a $2 bill, but I don't.
I actually wish I did. I would have brought one.
Yeah, no, I don't have a $2 bill. So if you just are joining us, it looks like we got a few more people in the chat. We're playing 20 questions, but you can ask as many questions as you want. We're giving away a cash prize tonight for people who want to participate. You can guess what's in that box. What we haven't established is there is gold in this box, there is cash in this box, there is a rare coin in this box, but the treasure, the item that I am thinking of, the item that's in there, is made of plastic. But you have to guess what that item is by asking questions that I answer yes or no to.
It's not a war bond, right?
Not a war bond, no. Remember, it's made out of plastic.
Okay, so it's not old money before 1913. No.
we can't be too picky there, Mr.
Not old money.
Got a couple of crayfish traps up ahead.
You gotta go clean some crayfish traps, Dad.
Is it Ron Paul related?
Yes. It is tangentially related to Ron Paul, but not directly.
Oh, man, that's tough.
It's plastic. It's okay. We still got another hour to go.
This is so hard.
It is very hard.
You keep a lookout.
But you said it's been around as long as humans,
Check
right?
the traps with.
What it represents has been around as long as humans.
Oh, wow.
Can you
Come.
please check the other one for me, Mr.
Plastic Ron Paul. Come on, Steph.
Plastic related to Ron Paul, but not directly. Indirectly. Has something to do with all that stuff. We're going out in the swamp now. Looking for the crawfish. Hope we don't get
Texas
eaten.
Crusade. Oh, my God. I should know this.
Yep.
Okay. Does it have to do with the Constitution?
Only tangentially. Only somewhat, but
Is it
Sort of.
Is it referring to liberty?
yes.
Does it have something to do with natural rights?
It does. Yes.
Plastic Statue of Liberty?
No.
Is it something that Dr. Paul ranted about?
No.
Is it land deed?
No. Plastic land deed? We're out hunting for crawfish traps right now in the Louisiana Bayou. Keep guessing, guys. You're getting there.
Friend here, he normally doesn't have an issue getting his hands dirty. Right.
I'm throwing stuff out at this point.
That's okay. That's fine.
Make sure you follow my line. Whoa,
Is it a cup?
stop where you are.
No, it's not a cup.
Just stay as still as you can.
Oh, it was Kim K's old left butt cheek implant.
Kim K's old left butt cheek implant, tequila and tacos. No.
I got nothing.
Is it a replica of some sort or a
Yes.
So long with that boat.
Yes.
There you go. You're getting close, man.
You're getting close. Remember, the first person who gets a real cash prize tonight. Blues man's laugh.
Is it plastic Liberty Bell?
No.
Monticello.
Monticello, no. Remember, it's been around as long as humans have been around, I think.
Case 4 gold.
This trap stuck
No.
in mud. It happens.
Is it a plastic gun?
No.
Plastic American Eagle statue.
No. Man, you guys are like really getting close. It's gonna be tough. Liberty related, Ron Paul related. It's plastic. It represents something.
It's not a Mount Rushmore plastic.
Not a Mount Rushmore. No.
It's not a pyramid.
No, it's not a pyramid.
No, but only
it's
some
really
Jews can do
difficult.
this.
Well, it's supposed to be difficult. We're giving away money here. You think I'm just gonna give away my treasure? You think I'm just gonna open up my treasure chest for you and just give you?
Not a
Should we
book,
just keep
right?
moving? I don't
Not a
know.
book.
Or a
It's
horse.
plastic.
Plastic horse.
All right. I suppose this can wait.
It's representative of something. Remember, Statue of Liberty hasn't been around since as long as humans have been around.
Plastic American flag.
No, American flag hasn't been around as long as humans have been around. It's a symbol.
Hold up. Look out.
Uh-oh. Alligators. That was my worst fear as a kid, Dad. I hated alligators, man. I also kind of loved them, but I was so terrified of them.
Yeah.
We would go to Florida when we were a little kid, man, and we would talk about alligators. I think you told me a scary story as a kid that screwed me up.
Oh, it represents something recent.
No. I remember what the story was, Dad. You tell me if you remember telling me this story. All right, pause the game for a minute. When I was a kid, Dad, you read me a story from a newspaper, or you told me this story, Dad, and it was about this little boy who was fishing on the river in the bayou, and an alligator came up and grabbed him and started spinning him, put him in the death roll, and his dad got the gun and he shot his boy.
I remember that.
And I said, you know what I said, Dad? I said, I remember coming to you, Dad. I go, Dad, you wouldn't, if I was getting eaten by an alligator, you wouldn't shoot me, you'd shoot the alligator, right? And Dad goes, of course I'd shoot you, put you out of your misery. And I was like, no! That was the worst fear as a kid. It wasn't just the alligators, it was my own dad.
Is it Greek?
Is it Greek? No.
Not a plastic pen.
Not a plastic pen, no. It's not Greek. Plastic snake. Ooh, Stephanie, you're getting close, but no. Getting closer. Bless you, Dad.
Excuse me. Plastic money. No. What's a hint?
No hints.
A
You guys keep
dinosaur.
guessing. You're getting good guesses. There's no hint. A dinosaur, no. Plastic human, no. It's an Atlas figurine, no.
Plastic animal.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Somebody's gonna get it.
Mucky.
Who's gonna get it? Is it a reptile? No. Hey Connor, sick fiends in there. We're playing 20 questions, a guessing game. Whoever guesses it first.
A plastic human heart.
No.
Jules! Over here! That must be him.
Plastic crocodile.
No, not a plastic crocodile. Good gracious, no.
Porcupine. Porcupine.
Who guessed it? Madden Tycoon.
Madden.
All right. Madden Tycoon. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Madden Tycoon won it. It's actually a hedgehog, but I'll take porcupine.
Yeah,
Close
it's
enough.
close enough.
Close enough. Madden Tycoon, drop me a direct message on my Twitch stream because you won, buddy. Inside my treasure chest, I have some real treasure. I have some silver. I've got some gold. And whatever, and I got 50-cent piece. I got a rare Austrian Groschen, 1935 Austrian Groschen. And I got a stack of cash. And you, Madden, are going to win $20 from me tonight. So send me a direct message, and I will PayPal you $20 tonight. Congratulations on guessing what was inside the treasure box here during our Red Dead Redemption 2 live stream. Appreciate you guys playing. Madden Tycoon, you won, brother. Congratulations. You guessed the treasure. All right. Cool. Sweet. Congratulations, Madden. Thank you guys so much. If you guys want to help defray some of the costs, don't forget to subscribe. And we'll do more giveaways like that here in the future.
You in the tree.
Steffi said it was fun. It was fun.
That was fun, yeah.
Man, you had some good guesses, guys. I can't believe some of those good guesses.
Can you
did.
believe it?
And I can't believe that you guessed a porcupine. That's amazing.
You've been nearly 8 me.
Where'd he go?
It's out there.
What?
A big gator. Biggest I ever saw. Big and nasty. Knocked me off the boat and chased me over here.
You must be Jules.
This guy ran up the tree. He was out hunting for crawfish. The gator came up. He had to hide up in the tree.
Thank you, Tequila Tacos.
Thank you, Tequila and Tacos.
Yeah.
Thanks, Blues Man.
Where'd this monster swim off to?
That stream with you and John was effing fuego. Yeah, that was fun. We were just, John, my buddy John Burke.
Yeah.
He's a good buddy of mine. We had a big conversation called Drunk Politics, where you drink beers and talk politics and stuff. It was on his show. We had a good time. We were yelling at each other, just like, good old, calling each other names. Just like good old boys. Just goofing around and stuff like that. Talk about tough topics, immigration, and different things like that. And he's a little more from the conservative side of things. I'm more libertarian.
mister. I've been up here for
All right, we gotta go get the boat.
I got the scare. It's over here.
Stuck! I got it loose. Come.
Good man.
All right, let's get back to the dock. Yes, please, let's go.
Lucky said, let's do some trivia for your dad.
Yeah, you guys want to do some trivia?
I don't mind. I'm not the best trivia. You guys were great. You and Justin. Yeah, remember we won those. We run those plastic trophies on the cruises for winning.
Oh
the
yeah,
trophy?
because we were so good at
We
trivia.
were always winning the trivia.
Okay.
Jules, we are very happy.
All right, let's think. What kind of trivia should we play?
I thought
What
I was going
should
to be
we
out here
topic?
all night.
What you doing hiding up in the tree, boy?
Whatever.
We want to do what? Like we could do music. We could do movies. We could do
angry, too.
history. You want to do history trivia?
History.
Let's do history trivia. All right. Well, you got to come up with the questions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you got to come up with the questions.
Oh my God.
And it can be anything. Let's stick to. You guys want to stick to American history?
This is a bad.
That's probably best. Let's stick with American history. Well, we can both come up with ones. I'll think of the first one. All right. First, I'll ask the first question. Then, Dad, you got to think of a good question. All right. This is going to stick to American history tonight, guys. And this one's just for fun. Steffi, if you don't mind, would you mind keeping score? Steffi usually keeps score whenever we play.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Come on, put your back into it.
I gotta get it. on, guys. We'll start trivia in a minute. We got a problem here.
Alligator. Got it.
Alligator.
Arthur, go.
I mean, go. Jeez. This is like my worst nightmare. I'm getting a damn swamp. Guys getting eaten by an alligator, and I gotta get out there to him.
There he is.
Come here, son. Shit. Where'd he go? I'm coming. Help me. Hold on. I got you, son. I got you.
Oh, God, no.
All right, so let's do our first question. First question, American history, really simple question. We started easy. What was the first state? Name the first state. Dad, don't name it. Dad knows everything.
Rhode Island, wasn't it?
Dad! Dad guessed it. Wait, no, it's Delaware.
Delaware. Okay.
Delaware is correct. You got it right first.
Put him here. Come on.
That was
Come on. Come on. Quick.
Delaware was the dude. Oh! Alligator got us, guys. That's what you get. That's all right. Let's play a different mission. Some a little more shooting. The dude, the dad. Dad is 1 point. No, he got it wrong. Dad got it wrong. He said Rhode Island, and then I got it wrong too. I maybe second guessed myself. It was Delaware. Delaware is the first state. All right, so Dad, you got to think of an American history question. Start something easy.
Something easy like, what year did the Civil War start?
What year did the Civil War start? All right, first person to get that. What year did the Civil War start?
Yep, Lucky, you're right. You got it.
Monkey got it. Wait. No, Monkey didn't get it right.
Yes, 1861.
No, he said 1961.
No, he said 1861.
No, Texas Crusader.
No, Monkey said 1861.
But he got it behind Texas Crusader.
Oh, he did?
Look up. See Texas
well,
Crusader.
no, Texas Crusader said 1860.
He did. Oh, no. You're right, 1861.
Yeah.
That's right. 1860 was when Lincoln was elected, but the war started in 1861.
Right.
Monkey got it right. All right, good one. Good question, Dad. All right, let's see what other missions we can play. Fine Night of Debauchery, banking. Yeah, let's do it. Bank robbery.
What was the biggest loss to the South, Lucy?
Probably. It's a good question.
The biggest loss.
I mean, that's a philosophical question or a big question there. I mean, that's not a trivia question. He's just having conversation. What would you say the biggest loss was?
Look, the bank.
Oh, he's saying
Karen,
Petersen.
Tilly, Abigail. I sent them all.
The biggest
They all say the
battle
same
loss?
thing. There's no more than one armed guy.
Antietam or Gettysburg?
And the police?
Probably, yeah.
It's a city. There are police, but as far
But
as we can
the
tell,
biggest
patrols
general
were all
loss, I
going
would
this
say,
way. And Abigail and I caused the diversion. That's the opportunity.
What do you think, Arthur? I don't see we
They
have a lot
had
of
to
choice.
lose. You know,
We linger around here. We
couldn't
know
have
we're
slavery
dead. But
expanding into the new
we
territory.
got a decent
New
bunch.
Mexico.
We know how to fight.
No.
The city cops don't seem so tough as long as we move fast. I reckon doing it in the day with a distraction.
That's what Jose is saying.
Biggest loss? Well, we lost a lot of slaves and a lot of dead Americans. That was the biggest loss. 650,000 Americans died.
Yeah, I always tell people, 600,000 Americans died. You think of, and
Every
think of World
plan
War II
is
also.
a good plan if we
You think of
execute
all the
it
friends that you
Every problem
do
we
not have
is
that you could
because
have
we
had
did not
if it
execute
hadn't been for those wars.
properly. Even Blackwater, from my understanding.
That was the bloodiest war in American history.
Yeah, of course.
650,000 Americans died in the Civil War. And they counted the South as Americans.
Everyone, you're ready.
They were Americans.
smart.
Because ultimately it was declared not. They were still Americans. They were considered a
You got
rebellion,
everything,
not
Arthur?
not a
So, we rob ourselves a
breakaway
bank,
state.
and
So,
within
the
6
South
weeks
declared
we're
themselves
living
to be
life anew
breakaway
in a
states.
tropical
But
isle,
they
spending
were,
the last of
by
our
the,
days
when the
as
war was
banana
over,
farmers.
they were just declared
Let's
territories
get out
of
of this
rebellion. And the
godforsaken
president
place.
does have the
Rob
power
ourselves a bank.
to suppress, rebellions.
Right.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Crack that whip,
Do us a
Mr.
bank robbery.
Matthews.
But all right, so next American question, history question. It could be anything
Where have we
American
heard
history
that
related.
before? What has happened to you? You lost all your heart. I'm
Who
just trying to
was
stay
the
real
greatest
about it.
American tank commander of World War
Oh,
II?
how I detest that word.
Don't answer out
so
loud, Dad.
devoid of imagination.
Your grandpa,
How
sir.
soon are we shipping out?
As soon as we get a passage organized.
Don't answer it out loud.
Down to
I'm not.
Argentina.
Don't answer it out. Who was the greatest American tank
What
commander?
about the money in Blackwater?
Oh, you got it, man.
You got it.
You're too sharp.
Madden got it. He also gets some money too, man. Madden's just making off like a talk about making off like a bandit.
Yeah.
Bank robbery tonight. Madden Tycoon, 2 points.
Yeah, your grandpa served with Patton and actually got the Silver Star.
This isn't
My
some
grandpa served with Patton and got the Silver Star. Why did he get the Silver Star? Remember?
Well, he's
This
wiping
is a
out some
big
machine gun
city
nests.
Wiping out machine gun. That's
Right.
achievement, Chris.
With
Can you
security.
imagine having a
And you know
face
what's
of German
amazing
police?
about him? He's just such a quiet,
We've been over this.
just a cool,
The plan.
quiet person. You
Grandpa Bill.
Yeah, he was not like you would not think. of
Hosea
being
and
a
Abigail,
person,
draw
just
out
really
the
quiet.
police.
See,
We
a
go
tough guy
in
that killed so
calm
many Germans and
and
won a
fast.
Silver Star, you'd think he'd be a loudmouth.
But it's always like that. Look at all these
Secure the front
most
doors.
decorated person in
Javier
World War
takes the
II.
side exit.
Yeah, just
Bill,
real
Micah, and
mild
Charles
mannered and all.
control the crowd.
Probably something about going to war like that, Gene.
Deal with the
Yeah,
bank
probably.
manager.
Speaking of going to war, now you were in the U.S. Army.
I was in the Army.
You know, you were in what year did you join the U.S. Army?
I always tell the story that me and, we ran around, we partied all the time, and we were all at a party, and I can still remember the song, the Beatles, She's Just 17. I can still hear that song at that party, and I told my buddies, I don't know what inspired it, but I said, my buddies, hey, let's join the Army, guys, because I was probably too chicken to go by myself, so we had about 5 or 6 of us all join the Army. A couple of them didn't make it because they had a heart murmur and stuff like that. So that's kind of how I went into the Army.
And right on with
and,
Charles. We don't want to see him heading in like some
actually went in just regular Army. Started out in the reconnaissance. Recon. I was a reconnaissance for tanks, and got into that. And then I always tell the story about went to Fort Knox, and I always tell the story in about 1964, and I always say probably fall of 1964. Barry Goldwater was running for president, and he was going to be speaking down at the Coliseum in Louisville, Kentucky. I told my buddy, I said, hey, let's go down there and listen to Barry. And so we went down there, and that was the speech that everybody talked about, where he said he was going to bomb the Vietnamese back to the Stone Age. I said, oh my God. I said, we're in the Army, and they're going to bomb somebody back in the Stone Age. I said, there ain't no way I'm voting for him. So I voted for Lyndon Johnson, and oh my God, the worst mistake I ever made. Last Democrat I ever voted for. He ended up killing all my buddies. You want to read a good book? It's called Dereliction of Duty, and it is just the most terrible person ever as a president. Then I got out, and then I joined the Special Forces.
Now, to join the Special Forces, what did you have to do?
Well, you have to join. You have to naturally test right and all that, but then you had to go to jump school. Well, there's about 7 of us who were all together going to jump school. I was the only one that made it, and the only reason I think I made it is so tough is because I prepared myself before I went down there, and I ran, and at night I'd run at 2 or 3 in the morning, and I'd run. So I was in great shape. But like I said, I was the only one out of 7 guys that went there. The rest of them all got kicked out or what. We started out with about, I think around 700, some 800 people, and I think we ended up with 375 that actually made it.
He is a true
And
artist.
that was kind of cool. I enjoyed that a lot.
So what year did you go to jump school?
Oh golly, that had to be about 1967 probably.
And you graduated from jump school in '69.
No. Jump school's just 4 weeks.
4 weeks.
Yeah.
But you got your wings. You got your.
Oh yeah, I got my wings. I remember getting off the airplane. And as soon as I saw my dad, I gave him, Dad, this is for you, and I gave him my wings. So, yeah, it was a good time. It was a tough time back then, though. That was, like I say, during Vietnam, a lot of my buddies were getting killed.
Who do you think you are?
It was interesting times to grow up.
Now there's a pretty interesting story too, because of course the Green Berets, their job was counterinsurgency.
Okay.
So you didn't have to go to Vietnam, but you almost had to go to Vietnam.
Well, my brother was there.
What was the story? Yeah, my uncle.
Yeah,
was in
my
the
brother
Marines.
was in the Marine Corps, and he was already in Vietnam, and they had me ready to go, and my mom wasn't too happy about that, and so she got hold of the congressman.
But but before that, there was a situation where they tried to screw you. Remember?
Well, it was just But
What
I
happened?
mean,
Tell that story.
I don't even know the story. I can't remember that too much, but it was just something. I had a disagreement with the colonel. I was kind of a rebel anyway. had a disagreement with the colonel, so he had all the papers written up for me to go to Vietnam. And my brother was already there, so you didn't have to have two brothers in the same there. But so Mom got hold of the congressman, and my congressman was Randall, and he was the most loved congressman in Washington, but the most do-nothing congressman in Washington.
Probably why they loved him, because he didn't do anything. He
did,
left
but-
everybody
well,
alone.
But if you went to Washington and wanted to go in the Congress, go in the Capitol, he would take you around just like you was a member of his family. So he treated you like gold when you went there. So that was kind of it. I'm not gonna say it was. When it was time to get out, I was ready to get out, But I am glad for that time. Just going like last Monday to Veterans Day at Hy-Vee at the store, and all them veterans were there. It's pretty neat. I'm proud that I did that.
19.
I've never been ashamed that I was there. I just felt terrible because that war should have never ever happened. It was a needless war, killed over 50,000 of just 17, 18, 19-year-old boys for no reason at all.
Okay.
You had some buddies that were killed that were on the wall. We've been to the wall.
Oh yeah,
quite a
we've
few
been to the
times.
wall. I've scraped the names on the wall, I had one of my good little buddies. We used to hang around this hamburger place called Paul's Pizza. We'd all, we all had our fast cars all the way around it, And I'd go in there, and he'd always sneak me out a hamburger. Here, Pete. He said, here. And so he'd always sneak out hamburgers to me for free. Naturally, I didn't have to pay. And he ended up being a ranger, and he got killed, and broke my heart. And then Mom had several friends, and I had guys I went to school with, John Wright. And yeah, it was a needless war that should have never happened. We never gained anything. I always said the Vietnamese hated the Chinese, and we always said, we're going to protect them from the Chinese aggression. The Vietnamese didn't even like the Chinese, and they still don't like the Chinese.
Mr. Milton, let my friend go. Or folks,
So it was-
they are going to
yeah,
get
it was
shot.
Pretty tough times.
It was some tough times.
Lyndon Johnson. What did you vote? So you voted for Nixon?
Oh yeah.
No
Oh,
more
yeah.
bargains.
Did you like
no
Nixon?
more deals.
Mr.
Yeah, well,
Milton,
I liked him. He's
this
kinda,
is America.
Kind of tough
You
on
can
Trump,
always
isn't he?
get
Remember?
a
He's the
deal.
one that
Giving you
sent Henry
enough
Kissinger, got
chances.
Kissinger to, with China. Started having relations with China and started making the world a little safer. I thought, when you have
Democrats hated Nixon.
Oh, they hated him. That's what. And Nixon was not very smart. That's how come he got in trouble.
Because he was recording everything in the White House.
Oh yeah, I was recording. Because he's egotistical, I guess.
Yeah.
Hosea,
All right, we're in the shootout now.
I got
go ahead. Here. Go ahead, Dad.
Tequila tacos. What about people throwing their medals in the pond? You know, I'll tell you what, we thought that was pretty bad. At the time now, you got to realize, at the time, we thought we were doing an honorable thing. We did not know about all the politics and all the people that McNamara was doing. And actually, the Joint Chiefs of Staff at that time went to the same high school I went to. So I thought he was a great person. But then reading that book, Dereliction of Duty, and realized how they kept that war going, so they could save faith, and then our forces get killed. And then later on, when you get smarter and you get older, you realize how bad it really was.
It seems like that's how it is anymore. After World War II, it's like we haven't had a war that didn't seem like it wasn't so blatantly obvious of just saving face of some of the politicians. We haven't officially declared war since World War II. We haven't really officially won a war since then. You know, we had Korea.
Now, McNamara actually did say that Vietnam was his biggest mistake. But you know, he was the head of Ford Motor Company, and he should have been in that job in the first place as defense secretary. He was more of a businessman and didn't know really anything about it. But I think he died. I think he died.
McNamara died, yeah.
Well, he died with that on his conscience, and it haunted him for a lot the rest of his life.
For Christ's sake, Arthur, get over here! There's no way that we're getting out that door. Take this and blow a hole through that wall, okay? We need to blow. Ah! Hurry up, Arthur!
I got some dynamite.
What are you doing? Place the dynamite!
Blow ourselves out of here.
Dynamite! Stay down!
All right, stay down, everybody. Here we go. Keep your heads down.
Now get up to the roof and draw on their fire. We'll follow.
Yeah, my uncle got killed in Italy in the Second World War. Robert. I would have loved to have known him. There's always a story about his wife's name was Sarah May, and they were at my grandpa's house, and they were all there, and this picture of Robert fell off the wall, and Sarah May said, I could almost feel him, he was here. And that was exactly the day that he got killed. It's amazing how stuff happens like that.
How big is the family? How many kids did your mom and your grandpa have? Your dad have? You have how many brothers and sisters?
Four of us.
Four of us. And you're the oldest, right? No, Carmen's the oldest.
Karen's the oldest.
Karen's the oldest, and Carmen.
No, Carmen and I are 5 days younger than me.
Carmen's 5 days younger than you.
And then my brother was 7 years younger.
Exactly.
It's kind of, I hate to say this, but I had so many Italian friends that my dad would always at the supper table, man, anything about Italians, and boy, he would cuss.
You would have hated Tony Minetti.
Yeah, he would. Yeah.
You would have hated Tony Minetti like
Man,
crazy.
he just did not like Italians, my dad did. I heard that at the supper table a lot. And then I realized later in my life why it was, because that's where his brother got killed. So I'm sure that's, what had a lot to do with it.
Which was funny, because I remember you telling me that being a little kid and thinking, man, Grandpa hated Italians and stuff like that. Because, people are prejudiced against different races, Some people are prejudiced against Chinese or whatever. Some people are prejudiced against blacks or whatever. But the fact that Grandpa didn't like Italians, it's so funny to me, because it's like nobody hated Italians. You know what I mean? Like where I grew up, people were prejudiced against certain groups. But it wasn't Italians, but it was because of the war. But he was killed in friendly fire incident, right?
Well, they say he was bringing. They don't know for sure, but they found about 8 Italians around him, and then he was dead with sentence. So they think he was bringing those Italians back to the front, and might have got killed by friendly fire and everything.
Yeah, they think that he had a bunch of it. He had a bunch of prisoners because he was the only one carrying a gun when they got him.
Right.
So when they found my great uncle, he was surrounded by Italians and they didn't have any guns and he did. So it's possible that he was returning their prisoners. And man, that's war. You think, oh, you're in war, oh, you may get shot, you die heroically in battle, but I mean, what? Just as many people die in artilleries from their own buddies.
Yeah. Well, think about it. I always think about airplanes and bomb. They miss all the time and kill Americans.
Oh yeah.
In World War II.
There was no precision bombing back then,
Yeah, a lot of Americans got killed by their own people.
Arthur! We lost John. Killed? Arrested.
Oh, Rare Camellia gifted a sub to Tequila Tacos. Thank you, Camellia. Appreciate that. Woo, 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 woo. Thanks, guys.
Sure. Go on.
All right, so we need to get back to our history, American history.
Another thing too, where I went to high school, a lot of Mexicans, a lot of Italians, and a lot of those Italians were married to underworld figures too. So that might have been what made my dad prejudice also. A lot of the Italians in Kansas City were members of the underworld at that time.
Gus? You got any?
Okay, Steffi's got the score.
Okay, so next question. What was the name of the government agent who took down Al Capone? Don't answer out loud, Dad.
That's easy.
Well, it's a little harder than what we've been doing. What was the name of the government agent that was famous for taking down Al Capone? All right, who's got it? Hop in the shower. All right, we'll see you when you get back to Tequila Tacos. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, by the
Follow
way.
me, one at a time. Arthur, you go next. Gotta keep moving, quick and quiet. Come on. Got the law below.
Somebody get it? What was the name of the government agent who was famous for taking down Al Capone? We called him a G-Man.
Oh, he worked for Hoover. Madden.
Not J.
There you go.
Oh, Blues Man got it!
Blues man got it.
Nice job, Blues Man.
Get in here.
All right, Dad, your turn to come up with a tricky question. American history. Good job, Blue Man.
I don't believe it.
They knew we were coming. Just like your
Who
fairy
was the
job
most
Black Wall,
decorated
nothing like that.
veteran in World War II?
The most.
I already had that.
I know, yeah, I made it a little
See if
easy
they
for
were-
See if they can get it.
What now?
I don't know.
The most decorated veteran of World War II. That's a tough one, actually.
This whole
If you
town is
hadn't-
filled with cops.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, how long
Right,
we gonna
it is
stay
tough
here?
if
A
for
few
young
hours?
people.
We
Yeah.
go back to camp.
Chesty
No,
Puller,
but-
no.
That's a good one though,
That's
but
a good
that's
guess.
not. It
Know
wasn't
they're gonna
Chesty.
be watching the roads. I got it. A boat.
What you mean?
Yep, you got it, DeWass.
Who got it? TJ Wass.
Yeah.
Nice. TJ Wass is up on the scoreboard now.
I hear voices. Take your turns. Everyone stay down.
All right, it's my turn.
You can't stay here. Let's cut through the train. Follow me.
What makes Audie the most decorated? That's a really good question, Stevie. Do you know what he did, Dad? Audie Murphy did what he did to win.
No, you'd have to. I mean,
You
you'd
have to look it up. Sorry.
More than one thing, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, Austin, you're next.
All right, next question.
Are you going, Arthur? Go on, Morgan.
What did the 13th Amendment outlaw? What did the 13th Amendment outlaw?
Someone's coming. Look out on the
Slavery.
Fiend?
Yeah.
Yep. Connor Martin got it. Good job, Connor.
Connor got it first.
Got a point. You got it.
You sure?
Yeah, 13th Amendment was slavery.
I know, but.
Wait. Did somebody else get it first?
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone's coming. Duck.
No.
SIKFIE.
Yeah, that's Sick Fiend.
Yeah.
That's his name. His real name's Connor.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh, just got spotted. That's all right. We're gonna do a different mission anyway. All right, Dad, your turn.
Okay, my turn. What is the name of the Army hymn?
The Army hymn. What's the name of the Army hymn?
Yeah.
All right, guys. What's the name of the Army hymn? The 13th outlawed taxation. We wish. It was the 14th Amendment that it had so many the things in it, so divisive. But part of the 14th Amendment said that the national debt cannot be questioned.
Nope, that's not it, Madden.
Sorry, Madden. No. What is the name of the U.S. Army hymn?
Or an Army song or whatever.
What's it called?
You got it. You got it, Texas Crusader. When the caissons go marching along. Okay.
Caissons. Okay, all right, good job. So, who got the point? Texas Crusader?
Yeah.
All right, nice job. Good job, man. All right, let's see what else we got. Let's see, prison. It's my turn, but I gotta pick our mission. Plan to confront Cornwall. Versus- All right, since we're talking about the army, we're gonna do this mission, and in this mission we join with the Native Americans, the Indian tribes, and we're gonna go. The army has kidnapped one of the son of the Indian chief, so we're gonna break into the U.S. Army fort, and we're gonna rescue the Indian chief's son. All right, so let's do. That's too easy. I was gonna say, what does Donald Trump call Elizabeth Warren? Pocahontas. That's too easy. That's too easy.
Thank you for
All
coming.
right.
Of course.
Trying to think of another
The
good one
chief,
related
you
to the
said.
theme.
It's very. Maybe you could speak to him?
Yes. Why I can't.
He's in his tent.
Let's see.
Sure.
I'll wait for you here.
Hello? Come in.
Okay. All right. Here's one. It's not Native American related, but
I'm so glad you.
what was the name of the ship captain
My
that
son
Thomas
is-
Jefferson sent to fight the Barbary pirates?
I know your son.
This is a hard one.
Say that.
Well, the name of the captain
Very angry.
that Thomas Jefferson sent
How is your father?
to the shores of Tripoli
Long time. And lived a lot longer.
to
than
fight the Barbary pirates.
my son probably wishes the same to me. Need to get
What
a
was the
shot,
name?
Of course.
Of the captain,
Ain't sure how.
John Paul Jones. No.
I think there's a way.
What was the name of the Army captain that Thomas Jefferson sent to fight the Barbary pirates?
Jack Ward.
Nope. It's a tough one. And by the way, since this one is not, we're not actually playing for real treasure for this one, it's okay to cheat.
William
So, I've been
Bainbridge.
scouting the fort.
Oh, that's close, but not who I'm thinking of. He was a captain.
But if we can get the horses across the river, I found a route that should
Had a
get us
French
to the
name.
coast. If we wait until late enough, there's a place we should be able to sneak
Yes,
in
you
on the
are.
back.
Okay.
Am I allowed to look at the book I have in the Barbary Pirates? Absolutely, yes. Cheating is allowed.
Just knives and arrows.
We're not playing for
If we
real.
start making a lot of noise, he'll be dead before
before we get close to him.
Okay.
I left 2 canoes downriver in case we need another way out of there.
Okay, good.
So for this mission, guys, we gotta break in the army fort, then we gotta get in the canoes, and we gotta head downriver.
You know, this wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Dutch.
It ain't just on
Richard
Dutch.
Summers.
Nope, not Richard
Went
Summers.
along with it.
He saw Eagle
French-sounding name.
and he fanned the flames. He's not helping that tribe.
Lafayette?
He's helping himself. You see that, or you wouldn't have gone
1899.
behind his back.
No, not
I
1899.
guess I just
Thomas Jefferson's
keep
time, this would have
thinking
been like
there must be a way to save the situation.
1800. When he was president, Thomas Jefferson became president in what, 1800?
Well, he's right after Washington.
1801. No, he was
I like
third.
that.
He was third, so he
I
was
don't
like
know,
he was
Uncle.
like seven. He was like
Rainsfall is in a tough
1786, and
situation.
then
And that's for
yeah,
the
Thomas
Dutch.
Jefferson took over like 1800, and then he was like 1801.
I own that.
So what was the name of the captain that Thomas Jefferson sent to fight the Barbary
You
pirates?
feel that? There's rain on the wind.
I know.
What did I saw Madden Tycoon said, send $10 to whoever wins this. Let's make it interesting.
If Vic-
All right, deal, Madden Tycoon. We're making it interesting.
Get yourself out. You got
Don't forget to send me a direct message, by the way, Madden, after this is over, so I can send you your
Don't
money.
start
Said
talking
Louis
like
the
that.
16th.
Louis 16th, what? No way, Louis
Steffi,
16th.
come
Steffi,
on.
come on, Steffi.
It's pretty bad,
You can cheat.
but it's gonna get worse.
Man, how could you not find this? Come on.
Any day we can die. We're riding to break an Indian chief son out of a cavalry fort. We could both.
No, I already said Lafayette. That was
In a
wrong.
way,
It wasn't Lafayette.
In a way, you were lucky.
Sure don't feel like that.
You still have time to make amends. The others, Hosea, Lenny, Sean, all them, they didn't.
Not Lafayette.
What about the calendar?
Edward Preble, no. No.
Still trying to escape Blackwater? More vicious pair of
Man,
bastards than
you could
ever
be able to just Google that real quick.
they ever were and will be.
Maybe.
Edward Freeby.
You're lucky.
Not Edward Preble, no.
You got the chance to do something better.
Rudolph.
My guess is maybe that's why you're here now.
Nope.
By the way, just keep your head strong. We're close now.
Fought the Barbary Pirates. This is a tough one.
I think so.
Told you it was going to get harder.
Sure and strong. Up here. Follow me.
You were right about the damn rain.
Yeah. But might help us with sneaking in there.
Texas Crusader.
Paul told me there was some
Got
retaliation.
it. Read it out loud.
With Colonel Favors. Some women with
Decatur.
7 Decatur, yes.
Oh.
Decatur's Missouri talk for
Okay.
Decatur, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, good job. Texas Crusader gets another point. All right, Steffi, total it up for us. And now it's Dad's turn to come up with a trivia question.
Okay.
What is it, Dad?
Well, let's do another one. Let's go with the what's the Navy song.
What's the name of the Navy song? U.S. Navy song, folks. Remember, we're playing for real here. Dude, 1 point. Texas got 2. Everybody's 1 to 2, but this is anybody's game.
I guess it is. Let's keep quiet. I'm trying to find a way in. Main thing is
Anchors Away. Madden got that one too.
Anchors away, my boys. Anchors away. Of course, we weren't in the Navy, so we don't know the whole,
No,
whole
we don't
lyrics
know
and
it,
stuff.
yeah.
And I only know a little bit of the Marine Corps.
You know, the only good meal I had when I was in the Special Forces was at a Navy base. We jumped into a area where there was a Navy base, and we went in there, and we could not believe it. I mean, they had guys serving you food, and you got everything you wanted to eat. I'd been eating out of those boxes in the woods and stuff so long I couldn't believe it. Yeah, that Iowa State game was something today, wasn't it, Madden?
Okay, come on. Let's see if we can get around the back. Stay close to the wall. There's a guard right above us.
So did you do the last question?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's my turn. All right.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Next question.
Monkey wants an easy question.
Monkey wants an easy question. Okay.
2 more. One in the tower, one on the ground. Same as before. Okay, come on. Around the back.
All right.
This is the spot.
What was the name of the general of the army in World War I from Missouri?
I know that one.
I know. Don't answer it though. What was the name of the general of the U.S. Army during World War I who was from Missouri?
And there's a road
Named just
named
across the
after-
street here.
Yeah, just across
Right over there.
the street up there.
What was the name? Oh, Monkey feels left out. That's all right. Some night we'll do like music or something. That
Oh,
like
you got it,
to
Madden. Pershing, exactly right. Okay, my turn. Who was the 2 most famous people that you can think of that were killed in the Alamo?
The Alamo. Oh, that's a good one, Dad. All right. Name 2 famous people who were killed in the Alamo. Matt's got 3 points. I think Texas has got 2. This is a close game.
Another 2 ahead. 1 each. Same as before.
Davy Crockett won.
Davy Crockett won, but you gotta name 2.
Bluesman, that's one.
And Bowie.
Yeah, Jim Bowie.
Yep,
Yeah,
Madden Tycoon got it.
yeah. The Bluesman got Davy Crockett. You got it. Okay.
But you gotta get both. So
And Daniel Boone was there too. Okay. You got it.
Madden Tycoon looks like he gets the point.
Hold
Yeah.
back while I check the tower.
All right, my turn.
Yeah.
That was a good question, Dad. All right.
Come on. We're good. Right there. You got him?
I got nailed too.
All right, hold on. Okay, go ahead and ask
No.
yours. Go ahead and ask yours. Go ahead.
Okay. What was the most staple food at Valley Forge?
What was the staple food of Valley
What
Forge?
was
That's
the
tough.
staple food at Valley Forge?
I don't even know this one.
That they had to survive on
Good.
in the winter.
Deal should be just down here.
Dang, I don't know what that is.
Nope, wasn't ash cakes, wasn't rice, wasn't beans, wasn't corn.
Man. And they're guessing though.
Yeah.
Man's got $10 on the line. He better win, right? Because he wants his $20. He wants his 10. He wants to get his full $20.
No, it wasn't peas. Wasn't human.
Was it you? No.
I remember my mom or something would always tell me this. No, it wasn't the women.
It wasn't women. No. At Valley Forge, there were no women at Valley Forge.
No.
Come on.
Horse. No, it wasn't horse.
That's what I've been my guess. Oh, brutal.
Rats. Nope, wasn't rats and wasn't spam.
Spam.
Yeah. Nope, wasn't Quaker Oats.
Oh, screwed it.
Nope. Nope. Wasn't water and beer or wasn't water and flour or beer. Hardtack. Wasn't hardtack.
Nope. Man, can you give us a hint?
Yeah, you eat. Most people eat them about at least once a week.
Most people eat it once
Not-
a week.
Not potatoes.
Man.
Not bread.
They're trying, Dad. They're trying. They're going for it.
No, it wasn't grits. Wasn't pork.
Can you give us a clue?
Wasn't salted pork. If I give you a clue, I'm thinking it'd be too much of
easy?
a clue. Too
Too
easy
easy.
a clue. He'll make you cry.
Uh-oh.
Wasn't carrots. There you go, Texas. You got it, buddy. Crusader. Onions. That's how they survived.
Oh.
The winter. By having onions.
Now, Dad, you said that the best meal that you ate when you were in the Army was when you were on a Navy
base. We jumped into close to a Navy base somehow.
But you had another story about when you were doing jump training.
Well, no, it wasn't jump training. We jumped in the woods up in Michigan. It was, I guess it's whatever, but we had to live there for 2 weeks. And
tell the story, yeah, take your time.
Yeah, and so we had to live there for 2 weeks. Well, we had 2 different stories going there. We found a little bar up there. This guy had this bar, and he sold more beer in 2 weeks than he sold in 2 years.
I actually just saw a story that said the other day that Iceland, like the U.S. Army, actually almost drank all of the beer in Iceland.
I saw that too.
Can you believe
that? And then
that?
there's another guy there that liked. He wanted those sea rations in those boxes. He loved having those sea rations. They were kind of interested to him, I guess. So he killed the deer for us. He was a poacher naturally. Wasn't out of season, of course. Killed a deer for us, so we cooked that deer with sticks, over the fire, and we thought we had died and went to heaven. He traded the deer. But one real interesting thing there are Finns, a lot of Finns up in there, and they had those saunas, and they were the saunas where you went in, it was hot, and then you'd walk out and they'd throw cold water on you. And I'd never been in a sauna like that. You're in there and you're just, all the sweat's just pouring off of you.
And what do the guys sound like?
The guy sounded like this. He couldn't. And I always said that old man had been in too many saunas because his voice was gone. He just, hey, you guys, I love you guys.
He loved the Marines.
But he loved the
Army.
He loved the Green Berets up there. Yeah. So it's kind of cool. So a lot of good stories.
All the color crayons. Marines ate crayons. They call the Marines crayon eaters. Oh boy. But you had some deer. So you were supposed to be roughing it out in the woods.
Yeah, well.
You guys were supposed to be roughing it, Dad and his buddies, but they ended up eating deer and.
Yeah. Well,
camping.
When I jumped in there that night, I remember that plane, it was a C-119, it was full, completely full. I was sitting next to a general, and I didn't think that plane was going to get off the woods because you could see the mountains on the other side of the runway, but we made it. And when we there, the winds were marginal, and we lost several guys with broken limbs.
Broken legs, right?
Yeah, broken limbs and stuff. So, but I just remember my parachute I was pinned against the fence, and the parachute was still kind of open back there. And man, I couldn't hardly get my parachute off, which I finally did naturally. But that was an interesting thing. That was like 1:30 in the morning.
So, speaking of interesting, Dad, check this out. I got to turn up the sound a little bit, just a little bit, guys. So this is 1899. Here it is. This is like New Orleans, right? So people already got a pamphleteer on the street. Let's take a look at this guy. Let's see what his sign says here. What does it say? Can you read that, Dad? What does that say?
Eubanks for beginners.
Eugenics.
Oh, eugenics.
You know what eugenics is, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what this guy has to say.
Howdy, mister.
You, sir, do you want a pamphlet?
I suppose so.
You're making a wise choice. I cannot tell you how many people are happy to imagine a world in which their children are monkeys. Or half. It's simply shocking. Shocking. Shocking, I say.
So he's selling eugenics. But he looks kind of familiar, doesn't he? What does he look like? Doesn't remind you of anything? No? Doesn't look like anybody from history that you would know?
No.
So anybody who looked like that who was interested in eugenics? You know what eugenics is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Breeding selection?
Yeah.
I'm trying to save the white race from the horrors of equality.
She turned around and walked away.
With no dark-skinned folks. You do at your peril. Sharing is not natural. And it's not scientific. And that's a fact.
Because 1899, that was when eugenics was starting to get popular. Yeah, people were thinking, oh, we want to keep our races pure and clean.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the gal that started Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, what was her name? Margaret Sanger.
So do not live in ignorance. Open your minds to the hideous facts about mixing races.
See what Tequila
Your
Taco
son
said.
or daughter
What did he say?
could make you
Reach over and
extinct.
give your dad a
Give her dad a hug, so I wish they could give their dads a hug. Of course I will give my dad a hug.
And why people mate with people from
Yeah.
other races? What's the difference? Biologically, there is none. Your son might marry a horse. And hatch her young. And trust me, that is extremely un-American.
So that's actually kind of like a poke at Adolf Hitler.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna put, see, I just put my bandana on. What do you think? Should we kill Hitler, Dad?
No.
No. If you could go back in time, would you kill Hitler? Kill baby Hitler?
Brilliant people
Baby, you
are
mean the baby?
scientists.
Yeah.
So you should
You wouldn't kill baby Hitler?
Well, how would
Kill
you know?
6 million Jews.
Well, yeah, but you wouldn't know who it was going to be. But I would love to have killed him, assassinated him. You know, when he
But you know what they say? They say that if he assassinated, he was the worst thing for Germany. He was a terrible planner. So it's probably better that he was a. What happened? Oh, I did. Oh no. Oh well. Yikes!
he killed the wrong guy.
I killed the wrong guy. I killed the cop.
Oh.
I gotta get out of here. Where's my damn horse? I tried to kill Hitler. I ended up killing the cop. Maybe I should get on the streetcar.
Why, that ass is coming out.
Maybe not. There he is. Gotta get out of here.
Get skittish.
We gotta get out of New Orleans. Alright, so I guess it's my turn to ask a question. What was the name of the operation to kill Adolf Hitler? This one should be pretty easy.
So I know that one.
Oh!
Oh,
Who got it right?
No.
Valkyrie.
nobody has it right.
Yeah, no, somebody got it. Blues Man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that bluesman got it. Yeah. I can see it.
Alright, so we'll probably got about 10 more minutes, guys. It's getting late. Dad's got to get back out to the farm. Oh, well, it looks like my escape plan just came up. See that train, Dad? Watch this.
Little horse on the
Oh, watch this. It's going the wrong way. Shoot! There went my escape plan, damn it. I got no tonics or nothing to give my horse. She's too tired. All right, your turn to ask a question, Dad. We're going to do 2 more questions, and then it's time to wrap it up. Texas is Madden's in the lead, 4 points. So it's anybody's game.
Who was the
commander, United States commander in Vietnam.
Commander of the military.
Yes, who's the military commander? Head
during
military
Vietnam.
commander in
That's a
Vietnam.
good question. 4 horses tired. Yeah.
I know Tequila Tacos. I watch the military channel every Monday.
Not McNamara.
Wasn't McNamara. He was the head of the defense. Secretary of Defense.
Secretary of Defense.
Westmoreland. You got it.
Westmoreland, that's right.
Settle down, okay?
All right, now before we ask my last question, I want to show Dad just real quick what the hunting looks like in this game. We're going to find us a pig or something like that. Then we'll do the one. We're going to kill a pig, do a little bit of hunting. Then I'll ask the last question. There it is. Chase that pig down. Got one. All right, Dad, now watch this. Isn't that crazy?
That ain't nothing like I've cleaned before.
Then you can take its pelt, put it on your horse. And then you can leave if you want. Or, watch this, Dad. I don't know if this is going to do so well, but.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that. Now to reel it in, gotta go like this. You see this? And you can also tap it. See? Give it a little tap.
Little action.
Little action, yeah. If you do it too much, you'll spook them. If you do it slow. Controller will vibrate. Tell you when you get a little nibble. You can hear it pulling out. When you hear that? It's nibbling. Nothing biting there. Let's see. Let's try one more time.
Anyone hungry there?
See if we can get a fish on this time. If we can't, we'll do the last question. Then we'll wrap it up. We've had a lot of good fishing trips ourselves, haven't we?
Oh my gosh, we had some great fishing trips. Except you'd always catch all the fish.
I know, but that's because That's because you were always having to drive the trolling motor.
It's his. God always. God always takes care of the little kids. Always takes care of the kids.
I had a lot of good luck because I could get in the water before you or Bill.
Yeah.
Good old Bill. Remember Bill taking us out fishing?
Oh my gosh, my friend Bill.
Tell us about Bill.
Oh, Bill was just a good friend. He's a nursery salesman, and then we got to be great friends. And he had a daughter, but he'd have his sons, and he loved Austin. We'd go fishing together, and he had this yellow boat we called the Great Pumpkin, and
it was orange.
Orange, and he just loved Austin. And, you know, boy, he'd just brighten up when he see Austin.
Yep.
He ended up having a stroke and died very young.
Good old Bill. He was a big guy, though.
Yeah, I still talk about him a lot, though. I still remember.
Love Bill, man.
I still remember him. Yeah, we love Bill.
Man, I used to love going fishing with Bill because he had a boat. We didn't have a boat when I was
That
a kid.
time we didn't have a boat.
We didn't have a boat, so we would go out fishing with Bill in the Great Pumpkin. Ah, man, this is tough. The fishing in this game is really hard. It's easy to snap the line. Let's see if I can pull this sucker in. I don't want to look stupid in front of everybody and not be able to catch a fish. I can rob a bank, but there we go.
I think a good question is who was.
You want to do the last question?
No, I'll just say.
Go ahead.
That's it.
Who Lyndon Johnson's vice president was.
Ooh, that's tough. But they can easily look that up. Let's.
Yeah.
How about this is that's an easy one for libertarians.
Don't fight it.
Go ahead. You just set that down on the floor in front of you. Dad's going to the bathroom, guys. He'll be right back. We'll do the last question.
Men's room.
Men's room. Not the bathroom.
I'm not going to go take a bath. I'm going in the men's room.
There's no bath in the bathroom. Well, there is a bath in there, actually. In mine. I'm going to catch this damn fish. You guys having a good time tonight, just hanging out with my pops? Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Somebody, either one person or two people, are going to win some real money tonight, too, on the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Stupid line.
Ah, broke the line. Okay. All right, so last question. Let's make it a kind of hard one. Yeah, it's been fun. Is he gonna come back again? Yeah, maybe some other time. Let's see. How about
How about who was Hopalong Cassidy's horse's name?
was that a real person?
Hopalong Cassidy was a famous cowboy, man.
Oh man, that's gonna be tough though. Okay, how about this? Who was the owner of Standard Oil? Who was the businessman that was the owner of Standard Oil? Since we're in cowboy times.
Rockefeller? Rockefeller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done, guys. All right, who got it?
Madden.
Madden looks like is so. All right, let's get the final vote. The final tally. Who was the winner? Steffi, can you let us know?
Hello?
You don't belong here. Now get.
Madden
This is
won.
how it has to be.
You played out
Madden
your
won.
hand.
You ain't that.
Madden won.
Yeah.
All right, Madden, you're the winner.
I hope I can survive that.
Yeah, exactly. Robin blind. All right, nice job, Madden. All right, well, Listen, Dad, I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me tonight on the live stream. It's been a lot of fun, and I hope you guys have enjoyed. We've just been goofing off, telling stories, and just being a couple of good old boys. I'll probably do another one tomorrow, just me. But, yeah, so thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already here on Twitch to my AP for Liberty channel. If you want to support my podcast, the Freedom Report podcast, I do twice a week. Usually Monday, Wednesdays. This week it was Monday, Thursday, but you get 2 podcasts a week. So if you want to help support my channels, you can go to my Patreon page. I'll type it in the chat right now. It's just patreon.com/AP for Liberty. Everything that I have is AP for Liberty.
Thanks, Camellia.
Thanks, guys.
See you, Steph.
Have a good night, guys. Thanks so much for watching the stream. And don't forget Madden. Send me a direct message with the email that you use for PayPal, and I'll send you your treasure that you won tonight. Have a wonderful night, guys. Love you all, and I'll see you again really soon, all right? Have a great night.